All right, let me show you something that you can tell whether you're treating clients or whether this is for yourself, whether your shoulders are internally rotated. And it's a really easy way you can check, let's say, for yourself or for your clients. Right, so let's just start off. Internal rotation is going to be horrible for shoulders, okay? So, because how do you do that? Well, let's just do this. And my shoulders in a slouched, poor posture. So many conditions of shoulder pain and problems can be alleviated just by getting the person's shoulders back and down. In other words, getting them straight into a better position, which I've talked about. Sit tall, stand tall, instead of slouching. Because, as I've shown in other videos, if you slouch and try and lift your hand, it immediately goes bang under the acromion, okay? Now, here's the big problem, or one of the big problems. All right, so if I'm standing like this, standing or sitting, no problem. I'm slouched, big problems. One of the major problems is that a lot of people aren't like this, okay? They might not be like this. They're somewhere in between. Why is that a problem? That's a problem because if I don't like this, well, I can't do it. But if I'm a little bit back, but not right back, well, then I can probably do this, no problem at all. No problem at all, right? Problem is, there's a lot less space for this upper arm bone, the humeral head, to go underneath the acromion. And that's what it's banging into when you're slouched. You go bang, like this. But the problem is, when it keeps, if I'm midway in there, it's probably just going, just brushing it all the time. Which is fine, I guess, a few times, but start doing some overhead activities, doing whatever at the computer, all this sort of thing. It keeps going grind, grind, grind. Suddenly you get inflammation. This muscle here, the most commonly affected rotator cuff muscle, because of this abduction, whether that's at the computer like this. So you can imagine if I'm back like this, it's got plenty of room. But as soon as I abduct like this, boom. So I'm at the computer, so they're getting squeezed underneath there. The bursa, so bursitis, the supraspinatus tendon that goes through, tendonitis. If that gets chronic, starts to get micro tears, gets trauma. So then it becomes what's called a tendinopathy, just wear and tear on these tendons. So you want that person to have good posture so they've got great movement underneath the acromion. How do you tell? Okay, so here's after all that, so just remember, internal rotation is bad because it's posturally and it's going to keep grinding away, okay? How do you tell? What's an easy way to tell a person's, if their posture is poor? I'm going to show you. Yeah, okay, so this is what you can do in front of a mirror for yourself, or having a look at a client when you're noticing their hands. So you want to look at their hands. Right, so if I stand up like this, nice and tall, broad across the chest, standing tall, elongated through the spine, have a look at my thumbs. So my thumbs are pointing towards you, right? So if I put them out, my thumbs are through. But look, now when I lose that posture, okay, so look, so now, coming to that rounded shoulder position. Okay, I see so many people slouching in sofas, chairs, watching me on video, slouching, looking at me right now. Okay, so all this round, so let's just round out the back, okay? Look at my hands now. The backs of my hands are towards you. Internally rotate, so nice, and watch my hands. So the thumb's towards you, good posture. Happy shoulders, right? Now, here we go. Okay, and now we're going to starting to get impingement. And it might not be both, it might be just one. They're rotated. This, maybe it's dominant. This is really common, dominant mouse hand, because you're forward like this. You shouldn't be, but you are. You look at the laptop or what have you, and you're forward like this. And this, you can see, it's coming forward. This is really common to see. So if you were to see someone, this one might be like this, and this one's like this. And what happens is, because you've got the mouse here, all these chest muscles, they get short and tight, and this shoulder blade rotates around your rib cage, and so that's what happens when we do this, okay? And these muscles get lengthened and weak, and this is what's called upper cross syndrome, where these get short and tight, and the back ones, the shoulder blades, the muscles between them, the rhomboids, lower trapezius, those muscles, they all get lengthened from just chronic lengthening, and so they get lengthened at weak, so you got an imbalance. That's why I showed in another video this W exercise to strengthen those and get those shoulder blades back and down. So, okay, so just remember that. If you haven't checked your own shoulder health, have a look thumbs. So if you are like that, what you want to be doing is, getting up to a pole, a post, the wall, and you can stretch out. You can stretch out in a doorway like this. Stretch your chest and do the W exercises, squeezing your shoulder blades back and down, not lifting up. You get your arms like this, squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. You should feel those shoulder blades squeezing together and down. That's what you want to do to strengthen and stretch your chest out. Hold on to a post, stretch out so you get a feeling through there, a nice stretch through there. No pain, but just a lovely stretch. You can hold it for 20, 30 seconds. Do both sides, or you can come up to a doorway and do both sides. You can put your arms in any plane along here. The further up you get, you got to start working more pectoralis minor, which is important as well. So you can do it up here at 45, and you can stretch it here, that's sort of 90 degrees, okay? And that one as well, and that's going to help you. So if you find it like that, start doing those exercises.